laughing, clapping, singing, sometimes getting up and dancing, even on a Tuesday afternoon when it's raining outside.
Come on, she's deaf, you have to shout louder than that! 1, 2, 3!
Walking out on the stage to a packed audience and just hearing them roar.
The place comes alive. The atmosphere and the lift and the happiness, it just radiates.
I can't think of a single person I know who hasn't been to a panto. It seems to be part of our DNA.
There's a part of it that is intrinsically Scottish for me. It's irreverent, it pokes fun at power, it allows a love to always win and a bit of light to go out into the world.
I was away at the hospital because I've not been feeling too well. I was a lot sicker than that.
The extra actor is the audience, and that's why I love and live for pantomime.
Scottish pantos in particular are spectacular shows. There's a real showmanship to it. Big sets, big lighting, big music. My first proper big panto was the Glasgow Kings with the king of panto, Gerard Kelly. He was professional, he was funny, he was strict, he was warm. It was a huge lesson in how hard work it is.
Oh yes it does! Oh yes it does! It's far too early for that nonsense. Anyway,
Usually at this time of year, theatres would be getting ready to be packed with little kids and big kids alike, all ready for a night of magic and mayhem at the pantomime. We'd all join in shouting things like, "He's behind you!" But sadly, all that's behind me this year is an auditorium of empty seats.
Maybe because I'm just old and I've been doing it a long time and I haven't had a proper Christmas for 25 years, but I had a feeling, as they say in my water, that it wasn't going to happen. But I've been quite shocked by how I feel coming in and what this has meant to me for all these years. And the thought of those theatres, those great palaces of entertainment being shut for so long. I don't know whether I would have liked to have done a show to a third full Kings either, because the audience are panto.
And how many years have you done panto for?
Oh, just 2 or 3.
Yeah, for a wee minute there, did you think it was Canon Diaz? I know, my pure double in that.
And particularly in Glasgow, and you know, they want to laugh. Glaswegians love to laugh. They tell you if it's no funny very quickly as well. But I discovered the same in Aberdeen. You know, they love to laugh.
you have got no chance!
Oh, listen here, you Stanley Baxter wannabe!
You will never! I hope that happens every night.
And when we heard about lockdown in March, did you ever imagine that we would get to Christmas time and not have panto?
When we talked about panto, I would say, look, it's 8 months away. We will definitely be up and running by then. And then as you get closer and closer, I was actually saying 2 months ago, it's not over till the fat lady sings. Me being the fat lady. And unfortunately, I must have sung. England is doing some pantomimes, which I'm very lucky to be doing one. For a while, we thought all we need the government to do here was change the social distancing from 2 metres to 1 metre, and we could have put the shows on. But it's not to be.
Maybe in time, we'll see the end of pantomime.
Theatres across Scotland remain closed, empty and silent.
Panto's my life, has been for 20 years. My whole year revolves around what is going to happen in December.
Just been to the swimming baths, but I get flung out for doing a pee in the pool.
Oh, for goodness sake, there's not a Wayne alive that hasn't done a pee in the pool.
Yes, but not from the top diving board.
Johnny, we're here in the King's Theatre. You are no stranger to this theatre, but how does it feel to be here with no panto?
It feels quite emotional. Coming in this morning, I don't think I'd really realised, or it kind of settled in, that pantomime's not happening.
Your tagline is, "I'm enjoying myself." are you?
I'm not enjoying myself at the moment, as you can probably tell. I'm enjoying myself making banana bread, but I'm absolutely devastated about the loss. I'm gutted. There's a big hole that is not being filled by, 1,200 people twice a day.
It's not just cast members and audience who are feeling the loss of Panto this year. There are so many people who work behind the scenes in theatres, and for them, at the moment, life is far from sweet.
I love working here. I've been here for about 20 years and it's not even work, it's my second home. And I'm really missing it.
And it's something that means a lot to a lot of people. You'll have regulars that come back every year.
You have your granny down Leith who's been coming since 1979 and who's never missed a panto and is bringing, the rest of her family with her. And that's what I'm going to miss. I'm trying to just get on with things and focus on my family and focus on making a really special Christmas Day for them. If I focus too much on what I'm missing,
but we're going to come back next year. The loss is equally devastating for amateur theatres.
Kind of become an institution in the town. We all have day jobs, but we love to perform. Panto is our big money spinner every year, and it has been for some time. And without that sort of financial cushion, eventually things could become very serious. I shudder to think what could happen. I would hope that by this time next year, we can be back to some sort of normality, but who knows?
2020 has been tough for most of us.
We've had a year where we've had to give up a lot of things, and people are panicking about Christmas because Christmas is the time when you have your traditions. For a lot of families and a lot of groups, their annual tradition is going to the panto. It's another huge part of what is going to be different about this Christmas.
The drive to entertain and bring joy has motivated many theatres to move shows online. Here at the Pavilion, you're doing something a bit different, aren't you?
We're going to do an online panto so that the Pavilion audiences have got something to look forward to and something to be excited about. I know a lot of people have got their Christmas Eve planned at the thought of being able to watch the panto, so it's so exciting and we're so grateful to be able to do it. It's definitely a wee bit of magic at what's going to be a very different Christmas for us all.
Are we ready for that? Let the magic begin!
We'll make the most of this year, and will we be back next year? Oh yes, we will.
We really, really believe we'll be back in Edinburgh with the biggest panto we've ever done and the best audience, because everyone will just be bursting to come along and see it. I know they will.
The pantos in 2021 are going to be twice as big and twice as joyous, and the audiences are going to appreciate them 10 times as much, because you don't know what you've got till it's gone.